when did you, if ever, feel comfortable or ready to make the jump to be like, okay, I'm entirely self-sustaining? Obviously, you're gonna reach out to whatever community you're in for help on certain extremely technical things or things you're having trouble with. But when did you feel comfortable enough to be like, yeah, I could get thrown onto any project within this tech stack and knock it out in a certainly reasonable amount of time, and it'll be of high quality? Was there a moment when you turned around after completing 6 or 7 projects over the course of a year that where you were like, you know what, I could get this done? Or was it kind of thing you were like, you know what, I just think I want to go and try that out? Did you have any kind of a split, or was it just like, let's see?
It all depends on the scope of the project, right? So, like, I'm not an infrastructure guy, but I could set up a simple serverless stack with existing tooling and following stuff. But when it comes to that space, if somebody's like, "Hey, my needs are somewhat limited," that falls into the category of, I can figure this out. And when you're first getting started in development, everything is, I can figure this out. Like, you have to be kind of optimistic and sometimes even a little bit arrogant in order to be confident enough to take on some really hard problems when you don't have the experience yet. But when it comes to specific stacks, so like if you're working with, you know, React or just basic Express, like, backend APIs or Laravel or whatever it happens to be. If you're working in that space for a while, you start to hit a point where you don't start seeing a lot of new problems that aren't, super straightforward to implement. And I think that's where that switch starts to happen, is where you start noticing the shift between I don't know much about that, but I might be able to figure it out, to I've seen something very similar to this, and while there are always unknowns, I feel very confident that I know what to do here because I've done it multiple times
Yep.
before.
Yep.
And so as that bar slides from one side to the other, that's where the confidence starts to come in.